Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dasha and today I'm doing the small booktuber tag. I was tagged to do this by Gabriel. I'll link his channel down below. He's one of my best booktube buddies and I thought it looked kind of like fun considering I am a super small channel. So let's just get right into it. The first question is to introduce yourself. So hi, my name is Dasha. I'm 23. I currently live in Canada, although I was actually born in the States. And I spent a chunk of my life in Russia, so I do have citizenship to all three. I'm the Russian spy they warned you about. I am currently studying in law and I have a minor in history going as well. And I am in my last year of all years. It had to be COVID land, but alas, here we are. My hobbies are not just reading. I also really love to go to music festivals and raves. I also have a huge interest in fashion and beauty, and long story short, I have a lot of expensive hobbies. Love that for me. The next question is, what kind of videos do you make? So I have mainly been just going with the usual wrap-ups, any kind of tags, since they are kind of the easiest to get going once I start, gathering ideas. But I do have some ideas for some longer form videos, some, secret TBRs that I'm actually currently working on. I just, for some reason, decided to give myself the biggest one ever to start with. Apparently I hate myself. I also have, I think I tweeted about this like only yesterday, but I was thinking that because there's all these series that keep continuing and series are so big, I wanted to maybe start my own like series on my channel where I do a kind of recap of everything that happened in the series and in individual books in the series before the next book comes out. I know that people kind of do this on their blog, but I haven't seen a lot of them in like video form on YouTube, and my attention span to read a recap is a lot smaller than it is to watch someone kind of tell it to me. It's a little more fun that way. So I was thinking, why don't I start doing those? I also really want to continue making reviews. I really enjoy making reviews. I think it's kind of the purpose of the book community, right? We want to tell other people our thoughts on books. We want to either recommend a book or not recommend a book, and reviews are a really good way to go in depth on that. So I want to keep making those for sure. Any kind of inspiration that strikes, I always write it down. So I have like a million ideas. It's just the question of executing them. But I definitely want to diversify my content in the coming months, years, whatever. The next question is, how long have you been on BookTube? So I only started watching it last summer because I was kind of trying to get back into reading and I had a bit of a hard time. And then I saw one of Murphy Napier's videos pop up in my suggested and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, because it was like Harry Potter related. And I was obviously a Harry Potter kid growing up, so I was like, oh, people make videos about Harry Potter, that's kind of cool. Little did I know, people make videos about fucking books, which blew my mind. Didn't know that was a thing. Don't know why I couldn't put two and two together. If there's a passion for it, it's on the fucking internet. I should have known. But anyways, I started getting like into booktube last summer, started watching a bunch of booktubers, and already back last October I kind of wanted to start a channel. I kind of knew right away that that would be something I'd be interested in. And this sounds kind of bad, and like obviously, fuck, what a great way to start it, right? I obviously am not here for money. You don't make a lot of money on booktube. It's not like it's too niche to make a ton of money. But I thought that if I were to start a YouTube channel, which I've been kind of wanting to do for a while, it would be best to do it in something that doesn't require extra investment of time and money. Allow me to elaborate. If I were to go into beauty, A, it's a fucking massively saturated market and I don't have anything special to offer, but B, it requires buying new releases and keeping up to date with that kind of stuff. And while I somewhat keep up to date, I can't necessarily keep up with it monetarily, whereas books, I can absolutely borrow from the library. I don't have to spend a cent on books to keep reading them. Additionally, I read every day. So I thought it would be fun to create videos about something that I do love. Obviously, that's the first thing they say is don't just make videos that are popular, do something you love. And not only is it a good way to flex my creativity and to kind of, I enjoy like making thumbnails, I enjoy trying to make some graphics for some videos I have down the line. I'm trying to keep exploring with like video editing and any effects that I can do. So I get to flex my creative muscles, but I also get to talk about something that I love and potentially down the road monetize it, yes. So it was kind of like a perfect storm for me to find BookTube and get involved in it. It worked out really well in my favor. I'm really, really enjoying it. It's going super well so far. I've made some friends and I've found some unbelievable books, and it was a great decision, long story short. The next question is, what do you love about BookTube? So kind of like I said, I've made some friends. I've been able to kind of pour my creativity into something, especially during quarantine where we're all kind of stuck and feeling kind of stressed about like not doing anything. It's nice to be able to have an outlet and kind of keep myself on schedule for something other than school. Obviously, my schedule is not super strict for YouTube. I don't have like a massive audience that's waiting for my video every Friday, but I've kind of given myself a fairly structured plan of like, okay, if you have a filming day, film at least 2 videos. If you have a day where you can edit, gotta at least edit and upload and schedule 1 video if you manage to finish editing, which usually doesn't take that long anyways. So I try to keep myself kind of structured, and it's nice to be able to have something be a hobby that can kind of keep me grounded during this time, because my normal hobbies, like I did mention, going to festivals is not really possible right now. I can't even fucking dress up and go in public anymore because you're not supposed to be going in public. I can't go to campus looking like a bad bitch because I can't go to campus. So I'm like stuck right now. BookTube and books in general are like my main hobby at the moment. So like I said, kind of perfect storm, and it's working out really well. And I'm gonna come back to my BookTube friends quickly because I have genuinely met some really, really fucking cool people on this platform. I don't know, dude, like, I feel like we all start watching these really, really big booktubers and we want to kind of emulate them, or at least we really admire them, but you discover that there's all these interesting people doing their own thing that are maybe not getting the views that those people have, but they definitely have the personality, and they're obviously able to interact with you a little bit more, because when you have 200,000 subscribers, you're not able to interact with everyone as much. But it's really cool to be able to interact with other book lovers. I don't have a ton of book lovers in my life. I've been kind of not forcing, but like I've been kind of nudging my boyfriend to start reading a little bit more because he does enjoy it. He just never knows where to start, and he feels like he doesn't have the attention span or the time. But I don't have like a ton of readers in my life. Most people in my life have only read like classics and a few like nonfiction, but I read fucking everything. So it's nice to find different people on the platform that read different things and to kind of be able to bond with them over this kind of stuff. The next question kind of follows from that. What kind of books do you like to read? So I read a little bit of everything, like I said, mainly like fantasy, nonfiction. I do enjoy thrillers. I enjoy a little bit of sci-fi. I want to start reading some literary fiction. I don't really enjoy like contemporary as much, but I like the idea of literary fiction. I would like to get a little bit more into it. I like classics. I think the only thing I don't really read is poetry and romance, and that might change. I just feel big dumb when I read poetry. I don't get it. But again, like that might change. I still like the anti-TBR tag going around, and I'm like, I don't think I would ever specifically say no to any book. I can't think of any off the top of my head that I would like never read, big no, never in my life, I don't want to hear about it. Like, I would give shit a try if I was in the mood for it. I'm a notorious mood reader to the point where it's kind of sad, but like, if I was in the mood for anything, I would read it. I'm open to it, dude. But definitely my main genre is, yeah, fantasy, some nonfiction, some sci-fi, some thrillers. That's like the good stuff. The next question is, what is a favorite video of yours that you've made? So, like I mentioned, I kind of have mainly stuck to the kind of, I don't want to say basic, but like the base videos, so wrap-ups, tags, all that kind of stuff. I really enjoyed my thriller roundup video. If you haven't seen it, I will link it right here. It was kind of out of the box for me to, kind of go off script, because like obviously when you do a wrap-up, there's a basic structure. When you do a tag, there's a structure. For me to kind of go off the script and be like, okay, I'm gonna just fucking talk about thrillers. That was kind of like, it sounds so stupid, but it was kind of big for me. I was like, okay, you're starting to kind of poke your toe in the water a little bit, you know, getting into the fun stuff. I also really enjoy my reviews. I think I found right off the bat a good structure for my reviews, and I'm pretty proud of that. I feel like I put everything I would want in a review into mine, so I'm pretty proud of those, and they're like pretty in depth. I'm really happy with myself for those. I don't know if anyone actually like gleans anything from them, but I'm really happy with how I've done those because I have a really hard time writing reviews. I feel as though I can never keep up with writing reviews for Goodreads because I feel like I read too many books to write a review for all of them. And I know I don't read like that many books, but I feel as though I read books faster than I can write reviews, and sometimes I don't have that much to say. So the ones that I filmed, I've been like fairly proud of, to be quite honest. And the last question is tag some of your favorite small booktubers. I don't know who's done this tag and who hasn't, but I want to shout out some of the creators that I love. So Ray from Bookmark Chronicles, if you haven't done this one yet, I'm not sure. And of course the channels will be linked down below. So my good friend Ray, he's the one that tagged me, but I think you really should check out Gabriel's channel. Also Sarah from Sarah's Reading Nook, I really enjoy her videos. She puts a ton of effort into them. They're fantastic. So not sure if you've done it. You've been on BookTube longer than I have, so you probably have. And Strawberry Lemon Books, who I know loves doing tags, so you should check all their channels out. They will all be linked below, of course, as well as my social media. You guys can always hit me up on there. And that is the end. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.